Hey everyone, this is Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Episode 1, Strange New Worlds. It's got the same title. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I want to know everything you thought when you were watching this episode. I'm super excited about it. I was super excited about Picard Episode 10, Season 2. Check that video out. Make sure that you get your friends to watch and subscribe. Tell me anything I can do to make these videos more interesting. I feel like I've had enough energy drinks to make me seem super energetic, but I'm actually super tired. First things first, we're going to make things a little bit different this time, and we're going to do a segment I like to call The Threshold, which, if you know, references that Voyager episode, which is freaking terrible. So the bad things about Strange New Worlds Episode 1. Very full. Very, very full. There was not a lot, very full. I felt that it went at a really fast pace, and it slowed down towards the end, but obviously they just had to set it up and they had to introduce a lot of things while re-explaining a few things from Discovery, and that was okay. I didn't mind that. I felt like it was a very busy episode. There was certainly an episode that I don't think you need to know a lot of Star Trek about. I very, very much felt like it was a very good mix between Discovery, speed, and sort of the original series and sort of the next generation format. I was really hoping for like Archer to pop up. I liked that the ship was named Archer. I thought that was pretty cool. I was a bit shocked they didn't use Zefram Cochrane at all. It was really, really good, and it was really, really good, but there were just a few little things I was just like, okay, this isn't amazing. It hasn't gone to amazing yet, but it is the first episode, and as we know, all Star Trek shows in that first season can be a bit dodgy. Or good things is my next segment, which is about all the positives. The positives is it had a great tone. Anson Mount is great. Ethan Peck is great. Rebecca Romijn is great. The La'an character was quite interesting. All of the characters were introduced really, really well. The Nurse Chapel actress was a bit odd, but I didn't dislike her. I just thought she was a bit odd, random, very different from the old Nurse Chapel, but you have to distinguish the characters. The girl who played Uhura, I like that she's fresh and she's new and she's very, very welcome. And it's a really, really fast-paced episode, very standard. They've obviously introduce themselves to a species without meaning to, and that's okay, not an issue. And the species is pretty standard, humanized Trek. Like it was a good episode to start on. It was very basic. Look, Encounter at Farpoint was terribly boring. The Cage was incredibly sexist. Voyager's first episode was quite dull, although had an interesting twist. We're back to the basic format of a ship in space traveling with a crew. And when Anson Mount does the speech in the titles, you really feel like, oh, I'm watching Star Trek. It's really, really good. So we start off the episode with aliens seeing the ship in the sky, a Federation ship. And it very quickly cuts. They're just shocked to see the ship. And then we cut to Pike on his land in his big cottage. He's just got with the loader, and we can see that he's a bit depressed. A big fuzzy beard, big locks of hair, and she gets up. He's making breakfast. She gets up, and she goes. She's having breakfast with him. Pike says, "Oh, might be around," and she goes, "I hope you're not." And then he gets recruited by, literally yesterday announced, Captain April, and he basically gets told, "Look, you don't have a choice. You're coming back for this mission because you're going to rescue Una from these aliens who've kidnapped her." They arrive on the planet and they find out that when they were in Discovery and they sealed the fracture, that they introduced this alien race to antimatter warp technology, but they've created a weapon instead of warp drive. We basically go from a mission to saving number one to okay, we've got to sort this problem out. Pike breaks the well, it's not called the Prime Directive, but Directive 1, which is non-interference. And he basically goes, look, you're going to destroy yourselves. And they seem to not be receptive to it until he finally learns from La'an, who has a lot of character development in this episode, that you've got to live the life to your best of your ability, even if you know when it's going to end. And he goes and gives them a big speech. He talks about Earth's history, and this is where those people who hate woke people might get a little bit annoyed. He talks about the civil unrest and the lead up to Khan Noonien Singh and the lead up to the Third World War. There's some really great images of the Third World War that he shows the species. And he basically goes, look, blow yourselves up or join the United Federation of Planets. And then we get a montage of them sort of studying the United Federation of Planets and growing. It's really good. And then we get to the end of the episode and he goes, oh, Kirk's on his way up to the bridge. We find out it's Samuel Kirk, which is James's brother, I'm gathering, with a moustache. Please kill me. Get him out of that moustache. But I suppose that's a good way to tell that he's not meant to be Kirk. So he's a new lieutenant on the ship. So we've got all our crew. We've got Una there. Pike decides he wants to stay because he wants to go and explore strange new worlds and strange new civilizations. Overall, this episode is brilliant in introducing the characters, introducing the ship. The ship looks amazing. It's got enough... It's really weird. It looks really, really big, but still has the nostalgia value. It's very colourful and yet reflective. It's sort of like what you would imagine the Enterprise would have looked like now if they'd done Star Trek now from the original series. I really like the uniforms. They're a little bit more toned down. He's got like a V-neck going on. I haven't got an original series uniform, so I'm not wearing that. My Picard reviews, I'll wear my uniform in that. That is skin-tight Lycra. I look like a fat walrus. And basically, we've got a new series on our hands, and we've got new characters, and the old characters got new twists on them. Dr. M'Benga seems lovely. Everyone seems to know each other, which is a bit weird. But I really, really enjoyed this series. It looks great. The space shots are great. The aliens look like your standard prosthetic humans. That's all we ask from a Star Trek series. And we've got definitely the look forward to a brand new series. So tell me what you think about Strange New Worlds. Tell me what you think about the characters. Tell me what you think about where we're headed. We got a sneak peek at the whole season. Lots of action. Some cool music behind the trailer as well. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I hope you come back because we're going to be doing weekly reviews on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Make sure to check out the Star Trek Picard review, which is also out tonight. And I will see you next time.